Okay, so we're going to talk about footwork around first base. There's going to be a lot of you that get to play first base this year to work around and start learning about how to operate around the bag, right-handed or left-handed, the correct footwork. So we're going to start with a right-handed first baseman and what your feet look like should be like when you're holding on a runner. So runner on first base, we want to make sure we're just outside the front corner of the bag here. So just off the base. We don't want to ever straddle the base. We don't want to be up the line in front of the base. We want to take this front corner of the base and have our foot 2 or 3 inches away in almost like a basketball defensive stance. Okay? If you get too closed off from the pitcher and there's a bad throw, we're not going to be able to make that play. Okay? If you get too far open and we get a throw up the line up toward the runner, we're not going to be able to make that play. So we've got to find a happy medium. So if we start with your feet pointed directly at the pitcher and then you just slightly drop your left foot back, you're going to sit in this position like a basketball defensive stance with your glove up staring at the pitcher's front shoulder. Okay, so this is where your feet are. Just slightly open, staring at the pitcher in a basketball stance. Now, one of the biggest troubles that we have with young first basemen is getting into a defensive position after the pitcher has gone to the plate. Okay, so as soon as we've determined he's not throwing over, we're in our stance ready for a throw. As soon as we can tell he's not throwing over, a lot of guys just turn like this. This leaves a huge hole between you and the second baseman. So what we need you to do is we need you to athletically bounce off the bag to get yourself into a position which you would normally be in, which is about a step and a dive from the line. Okay, so step and dive, can you get to the line? So from right there, we're going to stick with the basketball theme. So I'm in my basketball stance with the glove out in front, and as soon as we know the ball's pitcher's going to the plate, we're going to bound off into a fielding position from here, and it's got to be fast, it's got to be powerful. Okay, we can't be lazy. Can't be lazy coming off of first base in a stance and just kind of taking our time. We're going to be out of position. We want to be in a really athletic stance and explode off like you would if you're playing defense in basketball. So as soon as we know the pitcher's going, you get out to your stance and you're ready to go. Okay? For a left-handed first baseman, it's the same in terms of where your feet are, but the glove's on a different hand, right? So right-handers, really simple. We receive the ball from the pitcher and we come right to the back corner of the bag. Okay? We teach you to dive to the back corner of the bag when you're the base runner. We want the tag going down to the back corner of the bag. All right? When you're left-handed, it's even better, because all you do is sweep down with the momentum of the ball. Same thing. Receive, okay? Opened up, nice comfortable position, receive to the back corner of the bag. Same footwork coming off the base for a left-handed thrower. Explode off the base, get into your comfortable position. Now let's talk about the depth when we're playing first base. So it's your job as an astute baseball mind to look at the batter, even though you've never seen him hit before, and try to determine whether or not you should be playing in front of the bag, even with the bag, or back here behind the bag. Okay, so if we got an 8-hole hitter up and it's a real little guy and it's a left-handed hitter, he's probably got a good opportunity to bunt. Based on the scenario, maybe we want to play 1 step in front of the bag. Okay, give ourselves the best chance of making a good play. If he's not gonna hit one especially hard right at us, we can field it. If you've got a guy my size, left-handed hitter that could turn on a fastball, and he's 12 years old, we should play 4 or 5 steps behind the bag. There's no runner on. There's no runner on. Can you come forward with me a little bit?
Oh, sorry.
That's right. When there's no runner on, and our only play is at first base, why not give yourself a little bit more room? It changes your range significantly to play deeper. So more often than not, I want you to play deeper unless it's very obvious that someone's not going to be able to hit it especially hard at you and you need the room. Okay? Let's talk about turning a double play. Keep it short and sweet. Turn a double play as if you are a first baseman. So I'm going to come back to the bag here. So runner on first base only, less than 2 outs. We're in our position, right? The pitcher goes to the plate and you explode off the base, okay? The biggest habit we see in guys turning to double play as first baseman is they come off the bag to field, okay, and they stand straight up to turn and make their throw, okay? If the ball takes us to our right, okay, and you're a right-handed first baseman, we're either gonna backhand or we're gonna field in the middle of our body and flip our feet around like we're sitting in a chair really quickly, okay? So you field the ball, flip your feet around, and deliver a throw. If the ball takes us to our left and we're deeper behind the bag, then we let the momentum take us here, plant our foot, spin, and throw. If the momentum takes us to our left and we're near the bag, field it, step on the bag, turn, and fire a strike to depending on whether the shortstop is on the inside or outside of the base. We're trying to have that communication. But those are the keys when you're turning the double play. Staying low, flipping your feet fast, getting your shoulders pointed to the target. If you're a left-handed first baseman, same thing applies, except for there's no spin when you got to go to your right, right? You might backhand, plant, and make your throw. All right, you can pause it.